Hello everybody, here is another video, and this one is on using these little snap set prong settings, and they're great for beginners. You don't have to cut a seat in them. The stone essentially pops into place or snaps into place, ergo the name. They're also good if you can't really get into a spot but you want to put a stone in it. So they may come in handy down the road, you never know. Plus, if you don't know how to use them, that's what this video is for. So this pendant that I made has a snap set on here, and all we're going to do on this is take our wax stick and make sure that our stone is set so that the table of it is laying flat on your block. Then you line the prongs up with the stone, and you want to have it as flat and level as you can, and then you give it a push and you hear that little snap. That means the stone is now set in there. So the one thing you want to check is for level, that the stone is in there level. That one just moved, so that means that I probably need to adjust it. In the second part of this video, I will be showing you how you can do adjustments to these prongs. They do tend to get annealed after you solder them on, so sometimes you have to wiggle them a little bit. I like to use these really thin beading pliers. You can make your own by grinding a flat nose plier down, but if you don't want to do that, you can purchase them. I will have a link somewhere. And anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop talking. Really simple, easy setting. Okay, here we go with part 2 of this. It may not be necessary to do this. It may be necessary to do this. I don't know. All I know is I've done it this way, so I figured somebody else might. So this is all out of shape, so I'm going to pull in these prongs. This also helps to work harden them if they've become annealed during soldering. And I'm just using the beading pliers to bring them in. This one looks a little out of shape. And I want to get them almost so that they're vertical. It's very common for these to become annealed, so you may have to do a little tightening and adjusting after soldering too. So that's why I thought I'd talk about it. So I have some synthetic rubies here. I have a wax pen. This is just wax and unfortunately dirt that's gotten into it over the years, stuck into a bamboo calligraphy pen. So you want to pick up your stone by its table. Hold on. There it is. And I'm going to pop it on top of this like that, and that goop on it is wax. And hopefully I can just push this in with my finger, and it just snapped. I don't know if you heard that. So now it's in here. So just to make sure that things, that it is set tightly and properly, you can come in with setting pliers. These have a groove on the little leg of the pliers, and that's to hold, that's where your prongs should be, and you just squeeze them. I can do it. And that little leg rolls up over the prong, and then you switch to your opposite side to do it. But there's another way to do this that's faster. This is a stone dash setting system. I call it a setting punch. It comes in a kit with all different size, I think from 1.9 to 9 millimeter. Don't hold me to that. I'll post a correct one. And what you want to do is this area here that looks like a stone shape, you want it to fit over the setting as tightly as possible. And then you can just push it down or hammer it down, or you can roll it around. And I like to come in at the angle so that I make sure I get all the prongs in. This is really an awesome tool for setting tube setting. So, and another thing you want to check is you want to look at your side view here and make sure that your table is flat. And you also want to make sure all your prongs are connected. Well, one trick for that is to take a photograph of your setting and then zoom in on it, and that'll tell you right away whether or not your stone is tightly set or not. So that's another way to use a snap set. You can also use some of these techniques for regular prong setting. The big thing about these is there's no seats that need to be cut in them, and theoretically, this is if you don't anneal during soldering, the prongs will just snap around the girdle of the stone. So that doesn't always work out as planned, so this is why I've shown you an alternate method. The end.